What's going on, everybody? Thank you so much for jumping into this video right now. My name is Danny ColdBlood, aka MusicVidiot, and I am joined today by two other hunters. We're going to show you some pretty awesome shit. Something right here in this location, and then something in the northern part of the game. You do not want to miss this video. So thank you guys all for jumping in, and we got Sergeant Realms and ELDRAZI Hippie. Sergeant Realms, what's going on, man?
Hey, yo, Danny, thanks for having me on the channel, bro.
No problem. You were here before. You showed us different stuff, like the sounds with the different heartbeats. And it's funny because we're going to be looking into sounds once again as you show us something new. So that's pretty fucking awesome. And you also did a discussion with me about Charles Manson. So if you guys have not seen that, definitely check those two out. Those two videos are pretty fucking awesome. And we also have Hippie here with us. Hippie, what's going on, dude?
Oh, not too much. Thanks for having me again, man.
Oh, no problem. You've always been a good lay in my eyes. No, just fucking around. But you know what? Hippie's been here, and he did a discussion with me as well, and we talked about the whole entire Solwax FM radio station and the whole mystery with Mount Chiliad. You know, they say broadcasting from the top of Mount Chiliad down to the bottom of the ocean, shit like that, and yet we couldn't find a building for Solwax. So if you guys haven't seen that and a little mystery surrounding some of the radio stations in this game, then definitely check that out. But basically, two different hunters with me today both showed me something and talked to the channel and you guys all about stuff with sounds and how Rockstar likes to use sounds as part of their mystery. Let's go ahead and check out more things that are on the same line, if you will. This building right behind us that we're going over to, Sergeant Realms showed me something very interesting at this building. Sergeant, you want to go ahead and take the lead and tell these guys exactly what you found over here?
Yeah, bro, I was just investigating this whole location and picking up on some of the signage around it, bro. And as I headed towards down underneath this building, I definitely picked up on some kind of eerie noise. And so it's definitely unexplainable, bro, in some sort, but if you come down toward that area now, we'll show everybody.
So you found some crazy noises here. See, this is the thing, man. This is one good reason why it's good to play this game with your headphones on. And if you guys want to hear this yourselves, the best way to do it, I found so far, is going into your settings and lowering your music and turning your SFX all the way up for the best chance to hear it. Hopefully it'll come perfectly through for the video so you guys can hear it right here. But we found that, or Sergeant Realms found out that the best time to hear it, or best way to hear it, is coming down here and going up against these doors. Listen to this shit. Now, I hope you guys can hear this. This is pretty crazy. I noticed that when I went into first person, and I kind of like looked right at the building, face first, basically, I can hear it pretty clear, a lot better than when I was in third person. I'm not sure if you guys can hear this clear or not through the video. We'll have to wait until after the video to find out. But if you guys can, then you know what we're trying to show you. This is some pretty creepy music, and it's unlike anything I've ever heard in this game. Very, very creepy. And to top it off, Rockstar gave us some awesome clues on the building itself.
Yeah, I definitely think there's a lot of locations that maybe we could pass by every day as well, just like this one's gone really unnoticed until now, Danny, that we really need to investigate the game further, as, you know, there's still things to find like this, bro. Because I think coming down here and experiencing it for yourself is definitely like a whole different thing, bro. Just, it's a creepy type noise that comes from there, bro. That plays within a loop.
Yeah, if you guys want to come down here, like he says, it's definitely recommended to come and hear it for yourselves. Hearing it on a video just won't do it justice. It's in Little Soul, okay? And you need to have some soul in your music every once in a while. But you want to come here and go down there, I guess go in first person if you want to. Lower your music, turn your SFX up, and take a listen. Tell me what you guys think. And you know what's pretty crazy, okay, is that this building has clues that actually make this feel like it's more of a clue than meets the eye. I think you are definitely right, Realms, on the whole entire aspect that we could be passing by stuff every day and not even realizing that things are going on, that music is playing, like you showed us the heartbeats. Okay, there's big clues surrounding them heartbeats, and also even the vehicles that we were driving, guys, we'll get to that in a second. And also a big clue that was in our face from the beginning of the game, we'll get to that in a minute up north. But check out these signs. You have one of them that says Chiliad Mystery. Okay, Chiliad Mystery. Now if you look up the word chorale, it's a musical composition or part of one consisting of or resembling a harmonized version of a simple, stately hymn tune. Okay, now this is pretty crazy because first of all, I'm seeing a couple things that are jumping out at me, like harmonized. We know that harmony is an area in this game. Some of the lights or some of the signs, okay, that light up in the game are the ones that say harmony on them. We have Trevor's vehicle parked over here that Hippie was in. Banners up here say Betsy O'Neill on the bottom of them. And then the O'Neill brothers, we meet them in the very beginning of the game. As Trevor, we go smashing in their friggin' heads and burning their friggin' house down. So there's some connections here. I'm not sure exactly what Rockstar is trying to point us to in particular. But there's a lot of stuff to look into. Like, look at the word miasma up there. All right, if we go into the definition of miasma, it says in Greek mythology, it's a contagious power, okay? And it has an independent life of its own, and it also brings up sacrificing, okay? Like, makes me think of the altruist camp that Trevor is also tied to, and that we have a jetpack symbol on a rock at, all right? But it says, until purged by the sacrificial death of the wrongdoer, society would be chronically infected by catastrophe. Makes me also think of some kind of natural disaster or something along those lines. So, I mean, there's a lot of Grim Reaper stuff in this game, from tattoos to a whole bunch of different art in this game. So miasma is definitely something to think about. If you look over here at this banner, it says Symphony in a minor. Okay, so I looked that up, and this is pretty crazy. I mentioned in my last video the one about the Infinite 8 Killer, okay, which we're going to be going right back to that location to show you guys another clue that's been here from the beginning of the game. But I told you guys how Rockstar likes to use things from their homeland, okay? If they can use some kind of an England reference, they're definitely going to. They take a lot of pride in their homeland. Okay, there's a guy named Stephen John Brown, okay, who's from England. Now check this out. There's a couple different works that he's done that was different symphonies that were in minor, okay? Now look at the names of these. One of them is a Canadian folk song. Now, we know that Trevor's Canadian. Seems like a lot of these things are connecting right to Trevor. We have The Northern Journey, a symphony in 5 movements. Pretty crazy. Black-Eyed Susan. Okay, we have Sunrise Serenade. Okay, we have Where the Geese Go Barefoot. All right, we have Shadow of a Leaf. All right, Canticle of the Sun. We have 3 pieces for 2 flutes, 6 violins, and we also have I See the Moon. Now, I See the Moon is going to bring me to one thing over here that I want to go ahead and show you guys also to do with these banners. And it seems like there's banners that wrap around this whole building that might mean something pretty big. That's why I'm taking my time to tell you guys definitions of these things, because I really want you to understand how big this could be. This could be a massive clue. Okay, their name is Rockstar, for Christ's sakes. They definitely are into their music, all right? We got a knight's tale, and or a knight on the tiles, I'm sorry. Now, it's got a picture of a knight from a chessboard, but I'm not sure if that's really what I think it means. I know, Realms, you said that you think it might mean the same thing as I do, which is the night as in the night sky, which might hint to the moon. We know the moon is a big part of this game when it comes to different changes that it goes through and stuff. Maybe this is hinting to that, or the location of the chessboard. I'm not too sure. We have this crazy thing over here that says 6 on it, so I looked that up as well. Okay, and that crazy saying in English means, what is new? So what is new, question mark, 6? Could that be talking about Grand Theft Auto 6? What is new? 6. That's very interesting. And then we got rite of passage. Rite of passage. If you look at the definition, it says a ceremony or event marking an important stage in someone's life, especially birth, puberty, marriage, and death. Now, miasma has a direct reference to death as well. So, are they hinting at someone maybe having to die or not die? Okay, we do have hints on every one of these leading to Trevor. Okay, if with anything, at least the Betsy O'Neill part. So I'm not too sure. I mean, Hippie and Rums, what do you guys make of all of this shit right here? Because there's a lot to take in right here.
There's definitely a lot to take in, Danny. Although it's a very plain building on the outside, it definitely radiates a lot of different hidden messages towards the mystery I believe are coming from this building, bro.
Yeah, dude, and a lot to do with music as well. Okay, you were driving the Sanctus over here. The bike with the skeleton, okay? Now, the Sanctus, the definition for Sanctus is a hymn, okay? A hymn beginning Sanctus. Let's see, a hymn beginning Sanctus, 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 Holy, 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 forming a set part of the Mass. Now, that's crazy because the word choral that we looked into has to do with hymns as well. And you know what's funny is that the Sanctus was originally going to be created for a Christmas hymn. So, even though it was given to us for Halloween, if you look deep into the definition, another Christmas clue. And like I've been saying recently, guys, I do believe that if there was a deadline, Christmas or the snowy time online might be the window of opportunity for solving this Chiliad mystery. Guys, we'll be back with you in 1 second. Let's go ahead and teleport ourselves to the north. Alright guys, here we are in the north. We are in Sandy Shores, and we're right near the location where I talked about the Infinity 8 killer, okay? And the whole entire situation with that. If you guys haven't seen that video, check it out, because I really am interested to see what everyone thinks about that. But before we begin, Realms, you were talking about a location on the map that you think, if mirrored, can be something pretty cool. Do you want to go ahead and explain that really quick, and I'll show them on my map what you're talking about?
Yeah, as I brought up to you, Danny, earlier, bro, if you zoom in on the noose section, like where that building's located, if you was to think about that image mirrored on the map, bro, that would create an X on the map.
It would, and I'm looking at it right now, and that is some fucking crazy shit. Because if you were to put this on this side, if you were to mirror it, you'd have an X. That is a really good. You know how many times I've looked at this and I've never seen that? That's why I stress teamwork, guys, because if you're not working with other hunters or you're keeping everything to yourself, you're never going to be able to really develop your clues and ideas and theories. One man cannot do this by himself. It's definitely made for teamwork. We were just talking about how if you mirror something, you can get an image. Now, that's not crazy to say or think about, because Robin Rams brought out a video showing that the hippie camp, okay, from a bird's eye view, being mirrored, okay, can show an alien head. Now, that was it from the beginning of the game, obviously. Okay, so how many clues from the beginning of the game are there still out there that we haven't seen or developed into the bigger picture? For example, this sign. We have do not pick plants. Could that be hinting at the peyotes? Okay, do not pick plants. Possibly, I'm not too sure. I'd like to know your thoughts on that, but let's take a look at this map, okay? When looking at the map, I noticed something pretty weird here. Right where the hippie camp is, we have a fucking alien head. Do you guys see this shit? We have an alien head. Now, is this alien head showing us that if you mirror the hippie camp, you'll get an alien head? Or is it showing us that directly above the hippie camp is a UFO? That, my friends, is pretty crazy how there's stuff that has been sitting here from day one that we still haven't utilized in our hunt for the ultimate answer. Now, Hippie, you were talking about something that goes perfectly with me bringing up UFOs above the hippie camp, and perfectly with the beginning of this video and what we were talking about over at that building. You mind chiming in, if you will, and letting us know exactly what you said?
Harmony considers the process which the composition of individual sounds and superpositions of sounds is analyzed by hearing them. Usually means simultaneously occurring frequencies, pitches, which tones and notes, or chords. They also refer to harmony as being the vertical aspect of music. Okay, the melodic line is the horizontal aspect of music.
The UFOs are vertical up in the air. We hear sounds like the murder mystery when we're triggering the steps for that. We hear it. Like when you just look up a definition of even a word that you think you know, when this game shows it to you, it could be seen in a whole new light because you see how Rockstar is using it. And it seems like a lot of this stuff is tied directly to sounds, to music, to shit like that.
The immenseness that they've had to either put thought into or, you know, have done extensive research themselves, they've gone so far above what anybody's expected. So it's just like kudos to Rockstar. I must say that, because they've done a hell of a job.
Even with you, Realms, okay, when you were showing me the heartbeats, okay, you were going, a lot of messages you sent me and a lot of conversations we had since that discussion video, showing me all the different ways that hearts are used in the music in this game, and with the titles or with the lyrics, or, I mean, it is insane how much they do put into their music. It's uncanny, okay? This game was definitely not done overnight. It's a piece of art. It really is. And I wanted to point out to everybody that this clue, okay, that could possibly be leading to the one or two alien references that we have at the hippie camp over there, okay, this clue is directly next to these 8s on the rock, okay, which I told you guys in my video about the Infinite 8 Killer, has a big tie with the past, in my opinion, and even more. You'll have to go watch that video. But I mean, if you look at these rocks, okay, they even say stuff on them, and I think that these are also clues. And this is the basic moral of today's story, okay, because they're everywhere. And what are they? They are signs, guys. Physical signs like the one we just looked at and seen an alien face in, but also non-physical signs, maybe audible signs, maybe some subtle visionary signs. But check it out. Even though I shall leave them sign enough. And looking at a sign over there, we see an alien head, which right there has an alien head on the ground if you mirror the image, and then directly above it we have the UFO vertically up in the air. A perfect harmony in the world of Grand Theft Auto 5. Thank you guys so much for joining. You Hippie and you Sergeant Realms, you guys are always welcome on the channel. Two great hunters. If you want to get a hold of Sergeant Realms, he has a Twitch that he broadcasts on somewhat daily. I've seen him there a lot recently, so I'll put that in the description. It's iRealms, okay, twitch.tv/iRealms. And don't forget, guys, to join the Solving the Chiliad Mystery community on the PlayStation 4 and on the Xbox One. We have clubs, and you have the Chiliad Mystery there as well. So thank you guys so much for joining. Let me know in the comments what you guys think of all of this shit. Don't forget to go check out that building and hear it for yourself, because it's pretty fucking crazy. Until next time, guys, take it easy. Ta-ta. And as always, peace.